Hello and welcome to Community with me, Melissa Sandfield. I am here today to tell you all about the beautiful and wonderful art of being a volunteer. There are so many great things that we can do in our community to help others, and I've taken the time to write down some of those great ideas, and I can give you some tips and maybe places that you can go and things that you can do to help out our community. Uh, a lot of the organizations that we find, nonprofits, things like that, there would be like retirement homes. Those are places where we focus on volunteerism. We need volunteers in our society to help the world continue on because people are doing great things and it helps us out as well as others. So I just want to give a small tutorial on the internet about volunteering. When we speak about volunteering, we say that it is helping, assisting, or serving another person or persons without pay. So that means you are doing this out of the kindness of your heart because you have free time or you want to donate things, you want to donate your time and help a worthy cause without pay. So you're doing it strictly from the heart, which is a good thing, and that's what we need so much of today in our society. As a volunteer, I would suggest that you find an organization that is close to your heart, something that you really truly believe in, whether it's March of Dimes or if you're helping wounded vets that are here or the retired veterans who have fought for our country, you'd help out with the military side of that. Anything that you can do, if it's the Children's Hospital, maybe going to read to senior citizens at the convalescent homes. There's so many different ways in which we can help our world. I looked up volunteering and volunteerism, and altruistic was a word that came up, and being active came up because we want to make sure that we are mobile and able to help these folks. If we're going to read, that we bring sometimes the tools because the companies or the places that we're going may not have the extra money for these things, and we will bring those things with us. Like I personally volunteer at the Ronald McDonald House, so sometimes I may take a book to read or I'll take in supplies to bake cookies with the families. If we have someone that donates toys, I'll take those to the Ronald McDonald House. And I've also volunteered at a shelter and clothed 25 children that were living in a shelter. They got backpacks thanks to my Red Hat Society sisters and then my Toastmasters. When you do things and you volunteer, you can always get and grab other people to help you. I recently had someone here on my show and they were doing a nonprofit, a big football game for children to teach them about beyond the game. What do you do if you want to be a professional football player? You have to have a plan B in case something happens. So on that day, I did what I could, and I donated 5 cases of water and 5 cases of Gatorade. So this was just something that I could personally do, and it's a form of volunteering also when you donate to a worthy cause because it still helps them out. I believe that volunteering promotes goodness, and it can improve the life of the humans that you're helping as well as yourself. It makes you feel good. These are great things that you can do to interact with people, meet new friends, and you find people that have things in common and you share a common goal. And it would benefit that person, give them a great quality of life as well as yourself. It really makes you feel good. The thing is, you want to practice helping others. Sometimes, I think it was yesterday, as a matter of fact, I was in line at Walmart and there was a lady in front of me and she worked at Walmart. She was buying a sandwich and a juice for her lunch. I guess it was her lunch break. And her bill came up to $3.56. And she pulled out a $5 bill and I said, "Hey, I'll pay for that. Lunch is on me today." And she said, "Oh my God," she was so excited. And she gave me a big hug, and it was just a random act of kindness, ROK. And I suggest that you do those. Everyone may not accept them when you do them, but she was really, really grateful. And the $3 I would have just blown on something, else anyways. So it was great to help a lady out that didn't expect it. It's really nice to do that. Now, speaking on volunteering, it has a positive benefit, of course. It can only be good when you're someplace you like to be, the people need your help. It shows that we care and that we want to pass on these great feelings towards each other. I'm going to give you 10 great places that you're able to volunteer that, you may find yourself liking what you're doing. The animal rescue shelters. And these things sometimes lead to jobs. There was one lady that worked at an animal shelter, and you looked up, she was a dog walker making $50,000 a year in New York City. So even when you volunteer, it can turn into a job. If it's something you really love, you might find yourself there working. I have a friend at the Dream Center. She went there to volunteer, and now she's like an administrative assistant or something at the Dream Center here in LA, who helps this nonprofit, helps teenagers. So I'm going to give you some more great places that you're able to volunteer. The national parks, food pantries, those are always good. Habitat for Humanity, that's a good one. And there's a place called Women Build, and it teaches women all about learning to become construction workers, because we think that's a man's job, but sometimes women do that particular job also. Local libraries, they do need your help. Art museums, they need help. Political campaigns, they come around all the time, so that's a good thing to do and great place to network. YMCA, retirement homes, and the Red Cross, those are great places to donate your time if you don't have the money to give. If you are a giver of money, then you are a philanthropist. That's a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by generous donations of money to causes. And then if you're like me and you have time, not a whole lot of money to give, then you are a humanitarian as well. I am a humanitarian, and that is someone who is concerned with seeking to promote human welfare. And it teaches more morals, and it teaches you kindness and benevolence, and it teaches you to face different issues in our society, abuse, suffering, and it doesn't matter your age, your religion, it does not matter. Humanitarians are givers of our time, and we give love also. So these are some great tips that you can take with you. It's a little pocket thing. You can grab it, take it, put it in your pocket, and remember to help, to volunteer. When someone says, what can you do? Make sure you can do something for someone else, not just for ourselves. So try to volunteer, find a great place to volunteer, and we will see you out there in the world. Bye-bye.